All right. Welcome back to another great episode of the Gentleman's Experiment. It's your favorite color in the world, brown, along with my co-host, the General. Hey, yo, I see you got on the silky smooth right now, my brother. What's going on? I can't even. Listen, I gotta go shopping next episode.
Shopping, bro. You'll never know what I'm pulling out the closet, boy. You'll never know this chocolate nigga gonna pull out from the closet. Got that good shit. Yeah, man. You know.
Oh man. But yeah. So today we got an age-old question, but this age-old question has evolved after Steve Harvey's book, and we want to tackle that whole 3-month, or just in general, how long should you wait to have sex before you meet somebody? And I want you to think about this question first in your 20s, if you're in your 20s, and I want you to think about this question if you're in your 30s, because that's meaningful. This question should, if you're a guy, if you're a gentleman, this question should be answered differently if you're someone in your 20s versus someone in your late 30s. In my humble opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I think what Steve Harvey did, I think in general, I think a woman should try and wait if she's very promiscuous. If she's very inclined sexually, and she, you know, if she's promiscuous, I think that those type of women should wait. And that's only because they might equate sex and love, and men, that's totally different for men. Mm-hmm. Generally speaking, I don't want to speak for all men, and I never, but generally speaking. So Steve Harvey came up with that book, you know, and he had everybody waiting, or all these women waiting 3 months. You know, I just felt like sometimes 3 months was sometimes 3 months is way too long. I think if especially in your 30s. I mean, in your 20s, that might be necessary. Might be. Especially if you're a woman. Because men in their 20s, you know, they're really only after one thing. You never really know what they want. Yeah. But generally speaking, again, in the 30s, you know, men are starting to know what they want. And you might have missed your opportunity to meet you a nice, handsome, eligible gentleman just by making him wait 3 months. Because I done not dated a lot of women because they made me wait. I was like,
yeah,
no,
you ain't the only one. You ain't the only one.
I'm not waiting. I don't care how much I want to get to know you. Let me tell you. Now, I don't know how much I should go into this. I don't know.
No, keep going.
But there's been plenty of women that I wanted to get to know. I was like, you are a very wanting to get to know type of person. But you made me wait, and I don't want to get to know you no more. Now, some people might say, well, if you really wanted to get to know her, you would have waited. And
that's it.
When you got 10,000 gold nuggets.
Here you go with this gold nugget shit. Here you go with this
When you got 10,000 gold nuggets walking across the street, right? You're right. And you got a gold nugget with you. There's too many gold nuggets to choose from. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's just be real. But I could go on about this all day. What is your opinion? Should they be waiting and just tackle that 3-month rule? Should that be a thing?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, man, and I'm not gonna even hold our guess. I go back and forth with that, even as someone who's taken. I go back and forth with this question because I think about it. Because on one hand, you have that our guy intuition, where I always tell women all the time, you will never understand us. You will never understand us. You will never understand our sex drive. You'll never understand our sex drive and how we think. No matter how much I explain it to you and tell you and go back and forth in conversion, you will never understand it because at the same time, you're going to form your own opinion and your own view of saying, you just can't keep your dick in your pants. Okay. And then you're going to say, oh, woman, we got our own sex drive too. We horny too. All right. Well, pop that goddamn thing then. If you that horny like us, then pop it. What the fuck you talking about? Come on. What you talking about? Like, stop. Just do it. But no. But then you got then you have on the other hand, I believe in the longer you wait, the better it is. It's just something about that honing in on that it's like something you savor in something. It's like, it's like wine. The longer they age it, the better it is, the sweeter it is. And you know how that saying goes. I see. So I like to compare it to, I don't know. I think it's more so I'm sure you've been in a situation where you held that, say for instance, your lady's on her cycle. You got to go a whole week. And I know you've been with someone who hasn't been a week. Yeah, God forbid you didn't touch yourself during that 7 days.
Okay.
Tell me that eruption didn't feel much better than a regular normal if you just sent your girl every day or two.
Of course. I mean, of course.
But now before you go,
that don't mean it's always worth 7 days.
You right about that. When a woman make you wait
7 long days.
I always say that because the woman that we want really bad, I think we'll wait for. Like the ones like I don't know about for you, but for me, the woman that I found, I think that could be so much sexually aroused to, that I had so much sexual attraction to, I was willing to wait about at least 2.5 months. I was cool with that. It's only been like a good 3 or 4. But
2.5 months is still under the 3-month rule. Like that's like it's still right there. But like, all right, 3 months is still not a long time. Like women
crazy
be having people waiting.
What the hell are you talking about? I'm sitting here sucking nipples and giving hickeys. Not even hickeys because we don't really do that shit no more. That's for little kids. I'm over here sucking lips and fucking cuddling on the couch and I just gotta walk off with. I don't even get blue balls no more. I hate when people say you still get blue balls. I don't think we get. I think that's a teenage thing. When do we get blue balls no more?
We was just saying that just to make the girls feel bad.
Yeah, we don't even get blue balls no more. That was a high school thing. I ain't never seen a blue ball in my college days. Yo, that's the crazy part. Your body be playing tricks on you, man. The fuck. I think you can. I think I don't know. Like I said, I'm half and half right now. Where I am in my life because simple fact that like I talked, we had what's the name on one of our guests on the show. What's her name? Yafnella. And she was saying, she ain't giving up the box or this and that, whatever the case may be. And she gave a great point. If you wait, and the older you get, I don't know about you, for me, I'm turned on by conversation. Conversation is everything to me. That's what arouses me. So if I can have a great conversation with you, day after day, week in and week out, and we vibing, bro, that's foreplay in itself to me. As if I just met you a couple of days ago, and I take you home that night, and I bust it down. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be quick. I get to see everything that I wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a quick thing. But then after that, then now it's like, what? What now? I don't have that same intellectual conversation or knowledge of you as if I stayed with you for them 3 months or for 2 months of getting to know you and the things that stimulated me. And also I wanted to ask you too. So you mean to tell me the older you got that it didn't turn you on more when you got to know a woman much more, when you finally did have sex, it was much better? It's like fucking a stripper on the first night. That niggas being there forever till they explode because the fact that they don't know this chick, they got so many things running through their goddamn head. Dude, this person got an STD or whatever the case may be. It's different, bro. It's different. It's like shit, all these things are going through your head unless you came to the club on 100 and was like, I just need to get this nut off. Like, otherwise, no, you don't know this person. So it's much better to know
Ladies and
someone.
gentlemen, I don't know what he's talking about.
Man, fuck, you know what I'm talking about. It's much better to know someone for 2-3 months before you bust it. No. The sex feels much better. How about that?
So what I'm gonna say is this. I think it depends on where you are in your life. All right. So I think let's just say I'm single, right? I'm single and I'm on vacation and I'm in my late 20s.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to have a conversation for more than 3 weeks in order to get the draw. I don't.
You in your 20s? Hell no. Hell no.
Like,
talking about nothing.
Like no.
Drop them draws. Drop them draws.
Exactly. I don't have time for that. I'm trying to.
Come on, man.
Exactly. That's no. However, you know, you flip the switch, you know, and you make that transition to maturity, and it's like it's not about quantity anymore. It's about quality. Then yes, I will agree with you. But at that point, like that's when I'm ready to settle down. Like I'm not like I don't. If I'm single, I don't think I would ever want to be looking for quality unless I'm at a point where I'm ready to settle down. Like. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. Like I know me, and yeah, that's also know thyself.
I understand. I totally understand. But like I said, there's 2 parts to this. There's that part that said what I said before. You know, you want to take your time, but there's also that realistic part, the other day, Sean. I call him my middle name, Sherrod. Sherrod that says fuck that shit. And he says, you know what? Nah, we busting that shit down. You fucking 35 years old. And when I was out there dating for almost 2 years before I got my situation, it was more like, no, we hang out a few times, take you on 1 or 2 dates. If you ain't busting that down by the week 2,
next,
what the case may be, then like, nah, it's nothing for me to talk. Like, I done talked you up on the phone for a good week, 2, 3 sometimes.
And half the time you probably didn't want to do that.
And you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do that.
You were doing that because of the mission.
Because it's a part of the game. The mission was to kill by any means necessary. Because, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I'm a more of an in-person type of guy. So I hate, being on, the phones or whatnot, texting and all that. So to answer your question, so you also had that side where it's like, also, like I said, we're in our 30s. I feel like this is my mindset. And I'm sure there's a lot of men mindset. When you're at this age, you don't want to waste time because you've seen how the other 34 years that have passed by just like that.
Yeah.
Women don't want to listen to that bullshit. But as men, we like, damn, I only got 5 more years to be the man. You know what I'm saying? Here I am. I never thought I'd be reaching 40, like be saying the word. I knew I lived to 40. Well, I don't know that because I ain't even 40 yet. God forbid. But what I'm saying is, you don't. I hope, I pray that I live to see 40. But the thing is, what I'm saying is, you don't think you'll get to 40 that fast is basically what I'm saying. I didn't think I get to 30 that fast. I mean, when we was in high school or just getting to college freshman year, you laugh at motherfucker that hit, 30 years, like, you old as hell. Remember Jay-Z used to try to finesse 40 years old, but like 30 is the new 40. Yeah. 40 is the new 50.
Nigga, no,
they were like,
not.
Man, you just trying to justify you getting to that goddamn age and you out of whack. You not that nigga no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same thing with us guys in our 30s. We realize time is not on our side. And we're like, damn, and we watching the IGs. All these bad things coming. We're like, shit. We might not have we've only got another few years at this thing. So we gotta get this thing going, man. So I'm sitting here thinking like, yo, so when I meet a woman, and I'm talking to her, and I done put all this work to finally get your attention. That's another thing. Women, you understand. Not every woman answers your DM. So when you do answer a man's DM, he put a lot into that shit. Like, he went through, you ain't the only one. He done went through several goddamn DMs, and nobody answered because nobody likes to answer their DMs. Well, at least the bad chicks. That's what you go after. You go after, if you type me, I go after the top. So if you're going to go for it, you're going to put all in, and 9 out of 10, you're going to get rejected or nobody's going to answer, to leave you on read or whatever the case may be. But when somebody gets you, get my situation. If that man did it, he'd put a lot into getting to your attention point blank and range. You know what I'm saying? So when he gets your attention, now he taking you out. Now he's spending his own hard money. Niggas inflation right now. Fuck out of here. What you talking about? He take you out, boom, bada bam. Y'all feeling each other. You have a great chemistry, great connection. He doing everything on your checklist. I ain't saying you ain't got to sleep on that night, but a week, 2? Why can't you give it to him? please enlighten me. If he everything, you think by him making him wait, I just want to make sure he doing everything. He made all my checklists and did all that. He brought me, he going picnics and he talking the future and all this stuff. You making it even worse by making him wait. You making it, you think you something special, like you the only one to make him wait. Majority of all women make it wait. It's whether that man got that intuition or that drive to make a woman give up on her session much earlier than what she said. I done been with plenty of women that was like, I was trying to make you wait at least 2 months. And I did it 2-3 weeks. So if you could do that, so what I'm saying is you gotta give give a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think as humans, what we do is, and I say this all the time, we put sex on a much higher pedestal than anything else. You feel as though once he conquered the box, that's just it. He got it. He has no more, you know what I'm saying? He has no more interest in you, or it devalues. You devalue to him. No, that's not the case. And I ain't gonna say that because a lot of men, a lot of fuck boys out there, you do. But at this age, you should be able to tell who those guys are. We're grown enough to tell who these guys are. You know a fuck boy from a mile away. So don't be upset when he hits you and he bounce and move to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a gentleman like myself coming through like like Will over here, you know, we got established careers, whatever the case may be, and we talking futuristic things with you and potentially meeting family and all these type of things, or saying I would do this, including you in the plans, then why wouldn't you? Why are you waiting? What are you doing?
I mean, you can't always say that women know. What I'm trying to say is, fuck boys aren't always easily identifiable. Just like hoes aren't always easily identifiable. You know, and especially if you're not good at identifying fuckboy behavior or hoe behavior. And you know, sometimes the woman could be so bad that a guy would just look past all the hoish red flags.
You're right. You're right about that.
like she could be that bad, or she could just have that sexual prowess that's like that could captivate a man, and then like you could just get lost in her, and then next thing you know, you heartbroken because you found out she had like 3 other dudes on the side. Like those people are talented at what they do. To be a good fuckboy, like you got, like you're good at persuasion. Like you know how to persuade, and you know how to hide. Like so, man. I ain't gonna front, yo. Man, the dating pool I hear right now is extremely hard. I'm so happy. Horrible. I'm so happy to be out of it. You know,
I got a whole rant. I'm about to go on. Go ahead. It's boiling. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go.
It's the pool is fucking disgusting right now. The pool right now, the dating pool right now is like the dirty project water. Like the hydrant that they let go off in the hood. It's that infested. Matter of fact, it's worse than that. It's like the dirty ass water that they let out of hot dogs. Like when you dump in that pot, the hot dog water. Like it's that bad right now because I blame it on both parties. I blame it on females and I blame it on the males. Because simple fact, you got women over here screaming feminism. I don't need a man. Then you got men over here who's honing in and embracing all that. So what they're going to do is they're going to tell everything that the feminine woman wants to hear, get inside. Then they remind, once they get what they got, once they bust it down, they remind a woman, maybe you say you didn't need me. So the first sign of some drama in your relationship or you're talking is on to the next. It's on to the next. You don't have time for that person no more because I always tell people both parties are easily replaced right now. Why? Because you have this thing right here that we're looking into right now, social media. So you have that to be replaced. Because right now, at the same time, I always tell people, the same time a guy's courting you, he is simply right now on his phone, talking to somebody else the same way he's talking to you. Same way he's talking to you.
Easily accessible.
That's just how we do as guys. It's because it's so accessible. So when he's doing that, it's not that he don't like you. It's just that he's not putting all his eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying? So the little smallest thing that you do over here, he's gonna go back over here, and he's gonna go back and forth, or forward, because he probably got like 4 of them motherfuckers. So you probably gonna tic-tac-toe in this motherfucker. It's really bad right now, and it's sad. It's sad because at some point in time, you got to be like, as a man, you have to ask yourself, like, how do I juggle all this situation? I would never talk to more than 3 people at one time, and that was tough. That was really tough because that's a lot to remember. A lot of birthdays, a lot of freaking family functions, or kid's name, or middle names and stuff like that. If you take the person serious, all the important things that they told you, you have to remember all those type of things. And I did those type of things. A lot of guys, they don't invest their time and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I say when you said that the pool is really horrible right now. It is. And I'm talking to so many female friends, and they telling me so many stories, and it's sad. Like, I would never fix my mouth to ask some woman on the first date, let's go, they call it Dutch, or go half. They go pay for a meal. We forgetting our values as men, and it makes me, you see, I'm getting a little angry. It makes me angry because at the same time, it's like, I understand where we are in an age where it's like, women are, embracing themselves much more, and, they're escalating up the ladder of being a much more of this global phenomenon of, making themselves known, basically, of being, we here now. You know what I'm saying? We are no longer under beneath you guys. We are here and here. We are equal now. At the same time, you can't forget your values of being a man, taking a woman, holding the goddamn door. I'm hearing a lot of niggas ain't even opening goddamn doors. If a man don't open the door for you or hold the door for you, what the hell? It's red flags.
Yo, I'm about to tell us.
I remember every date I used to go on, I used to stand outside of it. When I pull up in front of their crib, I just stand right there on purpose. I don't care how long they taking inside. I may be frustrated by the time they come, because some women did take long as hell to come downstairs. But I wanted you to know I'm sitting right by that door. So when you come out the house, I'm opening that door for you.
Yeah.
I want you to know that I'm taking it serious. Even if I'm not taking it, I just want to bust it down. I'm still showing you I have the basic morals that my mother taught me, or that I still believe in them. And a lot of niggas ain't doing that no more.
Yeah.
You're not even dressing up somewhat decent to go on a damn date.
Yeah.
Like, you rolling out with no fucking belt on. You still got a football belt. You know the ones that go through the little buckles? Little football, Pop Warner football belts.
Yo.
Bro, I can go on for days, man. I can go on for days.
I think you're right, man. I think we have, as a society, lost a lot of just genuine values, like holding the door, like, pulling the chair out. I mean, at least bare minimum, like holding the door, pulling the chair might be obsolete right now. Like pulling, like you don't really see nobody pulling chairs out no more. All right, so let's be real. Let's take that out. But holding doors.
Holding the door, bro.
Yo, you gotta at least hold the doors, fellas. I mean, let
at least. And if she got food left over from her meal, carrying the food out.
Holding bags.
The food.
In general,
You hold it like, she about to go pick up something from her skirt, or she got to fix her dress up. Grab her, beat her shoulder, like lean on me. Do what you got to do. The case may be. You see something. It's the simplest thing. She cold. Give her your shirt. Yeah. Give her something out of your trunk. I always carry the sweaters out in my trunk. Yeah. Like, it's all the small little things that a lot of men are forgetting to captivate a woman's attention. And I know another thing before we go is, I always say, or another thing that I hear is men are no longer walking up to women now.
You don't need to.
You don't need to, right? Because social media.
You don't need to.
I took so much pride and joy in that. And the reason I took so much pride and joy, because it was one of my biggest weaknesses. It took us so much courage to build up to go say a word to a woman. Then when you finally start to get it going, and you're having success with it, that it became nothing. Now to hear that it no longer exists. It no longer exists. And it sucks, man, because you are robbing yourself and you're robbing that female of that experience. Because say you fall in love with this person, what are you gonna do? Tell your kids you met on social media?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the way you want to tell your daughter? That's how man better come correct. How are you fucking supposed to chastise her man when he pull up with the music blasting? He don't hold no damn doors. You know what I'm saying?
DM on TikTok.
You did the same exact thing. Exactly. How are you supposed to do that, bro? Only thing that gives it that excludes you from is if you live in another state. That's the only reason I can say that. You know what I'm saying? That you can have that excuse saying I slid her DMs. But granted, a lot of people you won't see half of the women that we see on social media on a regular day basis. But at the same time, I know people that go to parties, and I hear from women who go to parties and they stare in these women's faces all night long, smiling, doing little things to get their attention, but will not pull up on them.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
No, because it's confidence. It takes a lot to pull up to a woman because people are generally afraid of rejection. I mean, it's the reason why I think 95% of women don't shoot their shot is because they don't want to get rejected and they expect the man to do it. But here's the thing: why do you always expect the man to be rejected and get hurt, and then you play hard to get? Well, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but I want to. Yeah, that's a whole other show. But
talk to me.
I think, in general, to go back to the original topic with just waiting, I think I'm not saying go out and be a hoe and open your legs to every guy that you think is funny.
Especially with monkeypox.
Like that's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying. What I'm saying is I don't think that there should be a stone cold rule of 3 months, 6 months, a year. I think
because it don't work, nigga.
It don't.
How many relationships? I mean, people prior to you doing this, it doesn't work. It does not work. Because
I'm gonna tell you what most guys do these days is like you said, because of the accessibility, the ease of accessibility. They'll wait. They'll wait out them 3 months, them 6 months. They'll do it. But best believe they got somebody else that they getting their physical needs from while they're waiting. And you might not know, or you might know. But I'm just saying. I think that stone cold hard, like 3 months or 6 months, all that, I think at this age, in your 30s, I think that you should just go with the flow at that point. Like, go with the flow. Like, if you vibing with the person and this person is meeting all your needs and he's checking all the boxes and it's the right vibe, it's the right environment. He got the right music on, whatever it is, you just feeling the whole vibe of the whole environment. I think you just go for it. I think you go for it and see what happens, because you never know what might become of that situation. If you on vacation, let's say you on a trip with your girls, you never know. You might meet your future boo on a cruise ship. I'm not saying bust a rod open for every dude you meet, but I'm just saying don't be closed to the idea.
No.
That's it.
Yeah,
people.
Exactly. Yes. And you hit it perfectly by saying don't be closed to the idea of doing it. And I tell people all the time, I only been in 5 relationships out of my entire life. 5 real serious relationships. And all the 5 relationships, I hit that either on the first night or within 2 weeks. What does that tell you? I respected those people more. Why? Because I was always that one of them people that as the older I got was, forget them goddamn statistics of what society says that you should do. Society says you're supposed to wait. I like people that think outside the box and can think for themselves. So if you can make your own rules and live by your own rules of why you're not, you don't want to sexually, sleep with this person, if not the first night or within the, couple of weeks, what is your legit reason why? Are you doing it because you're homegirl? You see everybody else saying that's the cool thing to do because he's going to hit it and run? I'm telling you, like you mentioned a little bit ago, people waiting it out. I was one of them
I
guys
think
that
we
waited
all
it out
did.
before.
Yeah.
I waited out. Because we waited it out, but I waited it out on purpose to prove a point. Because I knew that you were trying to make me wait. This is for your own convenience to see if I was the right guy, the case may be. But once around 2 months, 3 months, I realized the game, what you was doing, and that you wasn't being your truly genuine self. I waited it out, and I busted down, and I bounced. I did that just to prove a point. So I wanted you to prove a point to you that by making me wait was not the ideal thing. And this person was a great person. They could have been that could have been a great part. I'm not saying that, relationship would have worked, case in be, but I would have been around much longer. But you
thought it
wanted
was
to
a
play
game. You thought
your experience, your sex experience on
yeah.
me. Yeah, you thought it was a game.
Yeah.
Y'all always talk about men play game, but when you tell a man or you make up in your head, I'm only gonna wait 3-4 months or a certain amount of time to get this guy have sex with them, you're playing a game because you're not acting off your realistic instance of what your body's and your mind's telling you to do. There's plenty of times, how many times you with that person on the couch and you're having a great evening and you're talking, you're having a great conversation, drinks flowing, whatever the case may be, and you feel so deeply in tune with this person, but you say to yourself, and he start caressing on you, rubbing on your ass, and whatever the case may be, and y'all kissing, and then you stop him because you were like, nah, you ain't reached month 3 yet.
Yeah, that's corny.
I'm gonna wait till month 3 or wait till month 6. That's
corny.
corny. Do it. Do it. I'm going to respect you more.
Corny.
Men going to respect you more. But everyone's not going to adhere to that, and women are going to stick by with this. I don't know why they stick by this.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's their choice. It's their choice. Their bodies, their choice. Okay,
it's their choice. Is that their choice? It's your choice, and you missing out.
That's all we say. That's all we say. I mean, and that's that.
And I'm not also saying that if you do give up the box early, if you do give up the box, it doesn't guarantee that you're gonna. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hit and miss either way. It doesn't mean, but I'll tell you your favorite. I can tell you this. I tell you your favorite is more in if you do what you really want to do.
Just have fun with it.
You do.
Yeah. I mean, if you think the person deserves it, just have fun with it. That's all we're saying. Like, is it? Yeah.
Exactly. Only if they deserve it, because a lot of these things, they're not deserving of it. No. Those dirty boogers are not worthy of it. Trust me. They're not. If they ain't doing all the basic, simple things, nah.
Exactly. They got to be doing the right things in order for you to know that they're worth it. And they still could be doing the right things to be a fuckboy. But we're just saying, I mean, at the end of the day, everything got to come down to probability, right? This person can probably be a good person and probably be the right person. This person probably won't use me because he's doing this. But at the end of the day, there's never any guarantees with this at all. There's never any guarantees. It's always some sort of risk that you got to take, and you just got to take the best opportunity that you can find and hope for the best at the end of the day. Because that's even if you've been married to the same person for 50 years, that still ain't guaranteed to go to 51. I'm almost done, babe. That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
So listen, thank you so much, everybody, for listening to another great episode of The Gentleman's Experiment. It's your favorite color in the world, brown, along with my co-host, the General. And any last words to say, my good sir?
Hey, man, love hard.